Give him a couple minutes. It don't matter to me.
Yeah, let's
I'm
give a
good with
couple more minutes.
Give him a couple more minutes.
I'm gone. I just talked about other things.
Okay, I'll start the meeting.
All
We're
right.
on.
Okay, I'm gonna ask that the November 4th meeting be public hearing and the regular meeting be approved as written.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Okay. And before we get started, let's get this passed. Ordinance number 11-424, ordinance of the town of Coatesville, Indiana, for the purpose of adopting a capital improvement plan, which is a 3-year plan. And I didn't have all this information, but I got it right now. Project 1 is the general description is for $120,000. That's for the town building. And the other one was $75,000. That was for the Phillips Storm Street water improvements. And get this passed, I'll get this off the county so we get a little extra edit money. Please.
That's what we need, a little extra
Need
money.
a motion in a second, don't we, Eric?
We do.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Are you done?
Thanks, sir.
Okay, you ready? You got it all? At the end of last month, we talked about, matter of fact, about cameras.
Yes.
And I got the old quote. It was, but first of all, Ron said he'd have to see if we had any money left over this year.
Oh, for cameras?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know you got the new quote?
I do not.
No, we haven't got it yet. He was working on it, adding the additional with we talked about.
So the old quote was $10,275. And I know that's not gonna be what we're gonna do because we're gonna make some changes in it, so just leave it.
Well, we're gonna use the bridges off of here. Replace, put down there and then replace. To make it work, but
Okay,
How many more cameras you guys think you'll need now again?
there's three additional, I think.
3 more? Okay. 4?
It was 4.
Okay.
Plus we were looking into one.
we were looking into
Another
one at the dumpsters.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to do the dumpster one, no doubt.
The dumpster one's probably. I get tired of paint buckets and everything else.
See,
Got a mattress down there if anybody wants an extra one, we got one.
Jerry probably can start seeing it too.
The owner of the property probably does.
Yeah.
What happened to the TV that was left down there? I saw a big screen left out by the bin one day.
There was one, they told me it was a big screen television down there. Several people did, and I went back and it's gone.
I was leaving up parallel to Mill Street right there, so some of the scrapper maybe took it or something.
I would hope they would take it. And the Christmas tree's all lit up. It looks nice, really does. And boy, was it cold. Hot chocolate, take a little more than that night. But it does look real nice. I did put the dusted on it. It lit back up, so it must have worked. So it's up. And were you gonna put something else up, or was that?
Might put the deer out if I can get to them.
All right.
Struggle right now.
Okay. Well, the other thing is, winter is here. It came today. And I said, we're ready for it. We have, 3 plows, 2 salt spreaders, and a lot of good labor.
I don't
So,
know where you're talking about you got.
Where'd that come from? Where'd he come from?
You introduced us to it.
I used it some this afternoon, so I did, I put about 6 bags down. Well,
What, your street?
His street, yeah, his
yeah, we
drive.
put some on our
It
street.
really got good too, really it did. But now it's covering it up now again now, so I don't. What we was talking about a while ago, I didn't think it covered up. I thought salt keep it melting.
It didn't do it. It's there. Okay, one thing that's been a sore thumb is the speeding, car speeding on Milton Street North and Main Street West. And I'm sort of getting tired of people running 70 mile an hour downtown and all, and our police department don't do a thing about it. It gets old. So I took about 5 to 6 days and took my own radar out there, one that I borrowed, and in my truck. So it wasn't in a town vehicle. And I clocked 147 different people. And on the north end, it was about average speed was about 32.79. And on the west side, and people think I didn't do all these are all the people that I shot. On the west end, it was 32.82.
32.82?
Yes, sir.
Hang on.
Now, I understand that there will be somebody that drives down through there like a nutcase. But when I talk about 191 different people, and this is what the average is, there's something wrong with somebody coming and telling me that we don't stop speeders. And one thing I don't think anybody wants to see is a police officer down there 24 hours a day writing everybody a ticket that comes to Coatesville. That's not really what we're about. And when I was out at Jimmy's, which is speed limit west of Jimmy's barn, is 50 mile an hour. And I sat in that driveway of Stevenson's, and I sat in that driveway, and I know they're going 50. So if I wanted to really be something and shoot them 10 feet past that speed limit, by the time I got to Joe Jones, every one of them was slowed down. So so most of them I shot was at the area where a person says everybody's running like crazy. And I have no problem with approaching that man. I probably will. And I'm gonna show him all these. That's why I kept them. Because it was ridiculous, some of the stuff, but I had to do it for my own feelings. Not that I didn't believe our police department. I just wanted to maybe get them off the hook of people saying they're not doing their job. They are doing their job. But apparently there's a couple of people that don't want to go along with the program. Anyway, I will say this. That is the most boring job I ever had in my life. I mean, I don't know why anybody want to do that. It's not a good thing. So anyway, it's all said and done and we'll go from there, but I don't know what else we can do.
Start writing people at 32.
And
We don't want to.
How many days did this take, Jerry?
I usually 6 days.
6 day period? Okay.
Yeah. One day was not much, but the rest of them were
In the speed limit in the area you were doing it is 25,
30.
30.
Did you do it at different times of the day?
All different times of the day. Morning, noon, and in the evening. And I made sure that I wanted to break the time up to where people are getting off work. That was one of the things. And so being in my truck nobody knew what I was doing. The only ones that knew what I was doing, when I was trying to learn how to use this thing, I was out on 75 at Teal Lake. And all these semis are coming by, and Steve come up, wanted to know what I was doing. He said, they know you're doing that because everybody's slow.
They're all flashing their lights at me. And I drove by and Mary's there out the window. Yeah.
They got regular
Yeah, I know.
illegally, but they have.
I really thought I was gonna get a speeder that was on the town board. And I thought, man, if I could just get him. He was doing 25 and a 30. That was Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy never hits 30.
And then I did tell Steve of one person, and I know no names, I just give description of car that he likes to do 51, 52. But come right on in. But so that being done, and like I said, I made it.
We're good.
I wanted to do it for my own benefit. And really, except for these two, nobody knew except Ronnie.
Thank you, sir.
I've slowed a lot of them down. When I come out in the semi.
Yeah, I'm slowing down. It's you know, it is what it is, and nothing more I can say or do about it. The only thing, everybody here knows we got bingo this coming weekend,
Saturday.
and it's not gonna be that cold, it's supposed to warm up, so you can come on out. Nothing's gonna be as cold as a Christmas tree lighting. Good Lord. My wife said, I'm gonna go, but I'm not getting out of the vehicle. I said, I gotta get out. Yeah, but it's okay. It'll get colder. Okay, Ronnie, you got anything else?
Yes, I do. We need to transfer money within the transfer appropriations to the general fund. I might as well read them out while I'm here. From mileage, $200. For mileage to trustees pay, $200. For mileage, $200 to for mileage, $200. Electronics, $800. Promotion of $500. To operating supplies, $1,500. Okay, and here's another one from legal expenses, $1,000. Publication legal notice is $300. What I'm doing is just money we haven't spent. I'm putting money where I overshot my budget or my appropriation. We just transfer money around within general fund.
Good.
We get a motion in a second.
I'll make the motion,
I'll second.
providing we drop the league. Merry Christmas.
Thanks. I'll tell my kids, Merry Christmas.
What's that?
Scratched out legal.
Oh, no, not playing there.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we're good.
don't tell him that.
Yeah.
That's just part of getting out of it. It's kind of hard to think. You gotta try to project. I hope I don't overspend it in December. You know what I'm,
Okay,
thanks.
anything else? Eric? Nothing new?
I mean, Ron was asking about the Comcast thing. They sent it about a week ago, so I'll look through it in the next.
When the guy comes tomorrow. So he belongs to Ron. I
It
assume,
doesn't look like they made too many changes to what we had sent, so that part's good.
In all fairness, he wasn't from Comcast, he's working for Comcast.
Contract.
Yeah,
And he's a contractor.
yeah,
you haven't taken his pocket.
I don't know.
yeah, they've been parking their stuff at the grain elevator
Okay.
for the last couple of weeks. They go out toward Reno. And so we'll just have to find out.
And they set a cabinet over here by
Hmm?
the filling station, didn't they set a cabinet?
Yeah. It's just sitting. Not hooked up.
No, but I mean, it's in the ground and stuff. ready to hook up.
They called me one day and wanted to know if they could hook up the power, and I said, yeah, you can hook up the power, there's a transformer there, and they set it down and left. So there it is, it's been there well, they started talking about it last spring. They said it there sometime last summer.
It's been there that long.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's a battery box. Apparently it is a battery box because they want to hook up to the power. So it probably is. Rest of it. Anything else?
One other. I'd like to buy 6 $50 gift cards for bingo for the people who help with bingo this every Saturday we have it. We've got a good crew in there that sets it up in the morning. We're ready to go when we get there in the evening.
I'll make a motion, we do that.
I want 6 $50 gift cards.
I'll second
Grinch over here, he's just.
Thursday.
I'd make so many motions, I just, let somebody else.
We're at our people.
Well, that.
Okay, that's all I've got.
Fire department?
Just one thing, one of our members just got hired full-time at Greencastle Fire Department. Mr. Montgomery here just got a job.
Really? Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, we're really proud of him. We've done a good job.
Full time now. So that's like on a 5-day schedule and then so many days.
24 on, 48 off. Start going tomorrow.
So mean you're gonna have
Do you
to,
have now? I don't know.
hey, Jerry, you're gonna have to retrain him about every 2 weeks.
And that's what I figured, he's over here and then we gotta send him back with the good stuff. So that's our story, we're sticking to it, you know.
How's the construction going out down there?
All the dresses are set, all the framing will be done, hopefully by the end of the week, and then metal should start.
Good deal.
When you donate some.
Yeah. I just passed it along and I was told that the hardware, the big hardware will be open at the end of December. That's not possible.
I was at Ferguson's, they told me the same thing.
Well,
I didn't believe them either.
we still don't have permanent power hooked up in
I
there.
know.
And
They said the only thing they got left to do is driveway and inventory inside. First look,
lots of luck with that.
I know.
It is, I don't know.
Is there even anything inside it at this point?
There's a lot of stuff in there.
there? It's just not put out yet.
It's, they got a lot of digging to do, awful lot of digging to do, and earthwork that's gotta be done before you can move in. And that's gonna be pretty hard to do with the ground starting to freeze up now.
Yes, sir.
The wells gotta be, water lines in, just a lot of things. We have all of our electric done, we just have to pull a switch, but we can't do that until the county approves it. So that's what we're waiting on. And the county inspector, I called for him today and he's off today, so he'll get it. But anyway, anything else, Ron?
Nope, I'm good.
Everybody good? Tim,
Getting
you're awful quiet.
over cold.
Yes. You had a bad one too. All right,
January 6th, next month, right?
yep. Yep, January 6th.
Have we done anything about the dog parking ordinance? I know I got a message on my phone about that.
Yes. And
Was there actually dog parking?
Oh, yes.
I kept hearing a lot of coyotes, that's all I kept hearing.
No, across the street from where I live, on Main Street. She puts it out at night and he yelps for a couple hours.
On Main Street?
Right there,
Or
next
no.
to the Missionary Baptist Church. On the same side. It's like a greenhouse. Actually, a church used to own
Oh, I thought it was different. Paul.
it.
Yeah.
Paul McLean.
And I have heard other, dogs, but not that late at night.
you know, that, there is an ordinance for dog parking,
County's got one too.
so.
Yeah.
it's something we have to enforce. But be up to you, you'll have to call.
You wanna mention what we talked about
I'll
there?
let you talk and.
Ronnie and I
I'll
talked
just
here.
agree with you, makes it easier.
Ronnie and I talked the other day, we talked, because we talked, presented one time about getting the ordinances loaded into the state system, so we can write on it. Talked to Ronnie about it the other day, he, mentioned it and thought we should pursue that again, so I'm gonna do some of the research and I come back in January and,
Be a lot of research.
well, I don't think it'd be a lot of research, it just depends on what it's gonna take to set it up. Cause you're gonna have to have some sort of an ordinance violation board, whether it comes through here, through the town, or town of Plainfield or someplace, or we have a board here where it comes through the clerk, or, I don't know. But I'll do that investigation and find out what it takes to set one up,
Okay,
because then we can actually cite on it legally.
Get it all together, Steve, we'll speak about it next meeting,
Yeah.
it'll be fine with you.
Like a standard operating procedure? Something like that?
No, setting up the ordinance.
Setting up the ordinances and, because we have all the, the IC codes and everything are in the
Mhm.
system for issuing tickets and stuff, but
Right.
we don't have local ordinance for Coatesville are not in the system. State can do that for us.
Correct.
so it is, there were one ordinance like for the town could not override county ordinance.
Or what type of,
I just thought that if the county has an ordinance, we cannot put an ordinance in that will override that ordinance.
And I don't know.
I think you can inside city limits.
yeah, as long as it's not to do with zoning, I think you'd be able to. Cause you've given up zoning, but not, you could, I mean, cause because you can set your own speed limits within the town, you can do all that.
Okay. Anything else?
No, sir. Right, that concludes the meeting.